Good afternoon, other strangers. Today is Thursday, December 20th, 2018. First thing I want to say is that Mariah did a great video on living without art a couple days ago. That video was amazing, and I'll link to it here. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. I have to completely 100% agree with her. I would not be able to do that challenge because myself and my wife are very artistic, so I'm not sure how either one of us would fare trying to do that challenge, but she is very much correct that art is everywhere, and if you are not really sure or don't believe that, then I highly recommend trying the challenge at least for a day. And I guarantee you will be hard pressed to do it because there's art in everything. I mean, even this shirt that I'm wearing that says Death Star on it has somebody had to come up with the idea of this shirt, but also the movie that this shirt came from. I mean this actual Death Star shirt came from was in a movie that someone designed. Someone came up, somebody came up with the term. This shirt was designed by somebody that came up with the design of this word. This wasn't something that was already in existence. It was created by somebody. Somebody had to design it, which is art. The movie itself, is art. And my wife actually, I said that technically podcasts were also art, and any radio form is art. So we kind of, we weren't, when we were coming up with the list, if we didn't think, if it was vague, we left it in. If it wasn't vague and we felt obvious, then we left. Then we added it to the exclusion list. So technically speaking, if you want to live without art, no clothes, no going and doing anything, don't look at anything, because everything has art somewhere in it. Architecture itself is a form of art. So you'd be very hard pressed to live without art of some form. And so I think she did a really great job on that. And we did our best to help her come up with rules, which I think were fairly decent. But at the same time, I just wanted to add that there's more that we could have added that it just wouldn't really make sense. It would have been extremely burdensome to do, and that just isn't necessary. But yeah, so art in general, there's just so much that you see and experience on a daily basis that you may not be aware of. We should appreciate artists and what they do, because without them, as Mariah says, life would be too boring and quiet, because there wouldn't be anything out there for us to appreciate, enjoy, watch, see, listen to, experience. None of that would happen without some form of art. Even the car you drive technically has, someone designed it, someone created it. It is art in and of itself. It's crazy to think that, people don't necessarily realize that is art, but it is. And there's all forms of art all around us. It's not something that you can dismiss lightly, or should dismiss lightly, because it's everywhere. Even the recording devices that we have, you could argue that those are art. Someone had to design and create it. There was a reason why it looks the way it does. It's because it has a function, but it's also supposed to be visually appealing to allow us to use it. I mean, if it wasn't visually appealing, we'd likely not want to try to function with it. You know, so it's everywhere. That's all I'm saying, and I'm rambling on about it, and I really don't want to ramble anymore. So that's what I'm going to say about that. So yeah, Mariah did a great job on that video, and I just wanted to add my 2 cents on it, because there's a lot further we could have gone with it, but that would have been insanely impossible for her to even attempt. But you know, I don't want to also try and say, oh well, that's all that's art. No, there's more than just what she had listed that's art. So it's just, for practical purposes, it's really hard. You know, it's really hard to restrict someone like that. So I just wanted to add this. I just wanted to say that this is, it's an interesting concept to try and go without art for a day. Again, I highly recommend anybody who doesn't believe that art, that all this stuff is art, to just try to avoid art. Try to avoid looking at anything, listening to anything for a day outside of normal communication. And, you know, just see how long you can do it. I could not. I recognize art all over the place. It would drive me absolutely batty, personally, if I attempted it. I am appreciative that Mariah did it. And I completely am super supportive of the fact that she was able to do it for a whole day. I probably wouldn't have lasted as long as she did. So she's a lot better. She's a lot stronger on that than I am. But you know, yeah. So that is where I'm at with that. So I just wanted to put my 2 cents in there. Again, I thought her video was great. She did a really great job at trying to avoid art, and you know, with the restrictions that she was given, and she did a great job with that. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't know what's happening. There's a blinking light. Okay, well I guess I'm gonna finish this because I don't know what's happening. So DFTBA strangers, and DFTBA the strangers, and I'll see you when I see you.